now that YouTube has been sued because of the COPPA Act, we need to answer these questions when we are uploading. Now my question is, since I'm writing a novel that can be considered YA, if I tag it YA or young adult within the video tags or in the description, or if I talk about it in the video, is the machine learning going to hit it for being material for kids, for those under 18? And my channel hasn't monetized yet, but this is definitely a question that I have going forward. Is this going to be something that I have to leave out of my descriptions and tags, even though that's the genre that I'm writing in? Okay, so it is still the night of the 12th. I went out to try and go to the write-in in my local area, and the coffee shop that we had expected to have the write-in at was very crowded. Apparently one of our local schools, their fine arts department, was having an improv performance, and they had lots of support, which was fantastic for them, but very scary for most of us introverted writers who did not expect to walk into a wall of people. I wound up coming back home and joining the writing sprints online at our Discord channel, except when I got back home, my computer decided to sulk, and so it didn't want to open Scrivener. I just wound up grabbing a notebook and handwriting. So I wound up with the first sprint, I did 283 words. The second sprint, I did 311. And then the fourth sprint, 406 words, which brought me to 1,000. And then I did one more sprint and got 343 there. So that brought my total up to 23,470 something. I definitely am going to have to cross my fingers and sit strangely and do whatever magic needs to be done to get my writing file back open. But I did get an entire scene written down, and I was able to sort of solidify a little bit more of how the headmaster man will be sort of harassing the main character and the heroine. I still have not decided on a new name for my Schwartz typo infested main character's name. Go ahead and stop vlogging, and I will pick back up in the morning. Okay, so it is now the morning of the 13th. Happy NaNoWriMo Day 13! The goal for the day is to hit 25,000 words, which will put us at the halfway mark. So for the judgment card, the book says, when the music beats to the rhythm of your heart and echoes the melody of your soul, you can only ignore it for so long. So it means to hear and to heed a call. And so that is really pretty appropriate for my main character, who is going to be the priest for the god whose double aspect is of judgment and of balance. So he is going to be running across some very unjust and unfair things in the way that the academy is run and in the way that the other black mages have been treated. And so he can only ignore it for so long in favor of his own survival before he really needs to step up and do something in order to change society. Now, the reason why I have this second card here is that when I was shuffling, this one fell out and caught my eye twice. So I think it was saying I needed to also have it, pick it for today. So the Two of Wands A wielder of fire does not chant eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The core meaning is that somebody is hesitating over a decision. So I think these two together mean that I should be writing the scene where our main character is sort of hesitating over making that step to become the priest and actually start to begin to do something about the way that the society is treating these mages as lesser thans. So I think after I finish transcribing my chicken scratch from last night, I will go ahead and start writing that scene. Alright, so I've finished transcribing what I wrote yesterday when my computer was being a little crazy, and I added a little bit more as I was typing. So I am now sitting at 23,959. So let's get writing. I finished the scene where the hero and the heroine have picked up a task from the headmaster, and they are going to go off into the National Library to pick out a particular book that he has requested. And while they are in the library, the hero is going to sense a hidden part of the library which contains books about dark mages and the true history, or the more non-biased history of the founding of the kingdom, and what role the dark mages versus the temple mages had in creating the particular kingdom. So that will be the first time that the heroine sees our hero use dark magic and begin to doubt the element that he has, because he's put out that he is a wind mage. And so she is going to start to doubt for the first time that he is a wind mage. So that will be the last part of chapter 8 and chapter 9. We're in chapter 9. Finished chapter 8. That'll be the last part of chapter 9. But the cards that I pulled were for the moment where the hero decides that he is going to take up the mantle of becoming the priest and influencing the balance of the world, and therefore influencing the future of the other dark mages and allowing the balance to be restored, and really involving himself in the war between the gods. So he is going to have to make that decision, and that's much further into the story. But those were the cards I pulled, so I think I'm going to give it a shot. So I will go ahead and start writing. So I am 500 words away from being halfway done with the 50,000. So exciting. I'm gonna do a 20-minute sprint. Let's see if we did it. Targets. I just hit 25,000 words. Yay! I'm officially halfway to winning NaNoWriMo 2019. So exciting. I did take the card readings advice and I started working on the scenes where our main character has to decide to finally stop hesitating and take up the mantle of responsibility for becoming the Dark God's priest and setting about being involved in the war and starting to change society so that it becomes more fair and accepting to and for the dark mages, as well as those who have been accused of either being dark mages or fraternizing with them because the temple is corrupted and working with nobles who want to pull down these other people because they have resources and things. So I worked on those scenes. I actually worked on those scenes and I took notes for several other scenes. I think I actually worked in about 10 different scenes today, which will make it easier to start and like really write those those scenes when I actually reach those points. So I stopped after that 20-minute sprint and I have 25,390 words. So exciting. Please do tell me what's the most amount of scenes that you've been working in, because 10 was a lot for me. Usually I'm only working in like 2 or 3. How many scenes have you worked on in one day? What's been your biggest number? My name's Jules. I'm the Dawdling writer, and I hoped that today helped you procrastinate or be productive, one or the other, and I will see you in the next video.